Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is Fire Emblem Three Houses, and this is my first ever run of the Blue Lions route of Fire Emblem Three Houses. It was such a tough month, and the fact that it was like bookended by like a really happy start and an unbelievably sad ending, it makes it all the worse.
White clouds.
But at least we get to hear his voice once again opening up the chapter.
Where the goddess dwells.
The opening of each chapter, though, is really well done. It's unbelievably well done.
Long ago, the guardian Saros made an appearance during this moon. She had been summoned by the goddess, whose soul was suffering as the flames of
oh, it looks so good. It looks so good.
Some believe that high in the sky above Saros, the Immaculate One's mighty wings are what powered the strong winds carrying the Guardian and her forces into battle.
I think that's one of my favorite things, though, like about like not just art in general, but like art history. The way you can learn so much about like a country's or a nation's history just by looking at one painting that was painted in that moment in time. It's amazing. And like you can learn a lot from like a lot of, and this is like, you know, it's going to sound pretentious or whatever, but like you look at like Irish poetry, like even from like the 1920s or like the 1910s onwards, or even before that, like you learn so much about like history in Ireland as well. And that's the same for any culture or any country. You can find factual history among creative and well, creative art. It's really cool. And that's no different in a game like this. And they definitely do. Oh, we got 5,000 this time. Wait, what's happening?
What are you doing at this hour? Oh, I know. You are eavesdropping.
Wait, we're eavesdropping on Dimitri?
That I approve.
Professor,
it's not really eavesdropping if you like.
Must remain quiet.
Oh, look at that background though.
The Flame Emperor and Monica, and the mage who rescued Monica.
My nephew playing Fortnite, have a good time. It's time for revenge. What is the guy's name? I don't think it's the time for revenge at all.
But if we keep listening, we might be able to find out.
An unexpected chance to hear their plans. Patience, patience.
Yeah. The more we know.
Thank you, you saved me.
Her design is still so cool. Let's recruit her.
Die, then the mystery of our bodies would be revealed. Preventing that was my only aim.
No, we're not actually gonna recruit her.
I'm
like,
afraid you must remain, Kronya. There is something
Kronya.
to do.
Kronya. Obviously, I don't like what she did, but like, I was just saying how cool her design is. It's awesome. It's so cool. And it is like just because it's striking. It's pretty basic in any other person, right? If you change the colors around, but red and black is just really striking. I love it. Kronya.
Oh, of course. I'm always happy to cooperate with Solon. Leave it to me.
How annoying.
Flame Emperor, is she offending you? Unfortunately, we cannot take our eyes off her, so there is nothing to be done.
Look at this like little dynamic with the three of
You are
these.
our greatest creation. We use the defiled beast's blood as the fuel to your flame, that you may burn even the gods. Now is the time to cleanse Fodlan with that power and bring forth our salvation.
There will be no salvation for you and your kind. Those responsible for
So he was
such
looking at
gruesome
Monica.
deeds in Dusker and Enmar.
All so that you may acquire the strength you need. All for a purpose.
I've got you. Finally.
Don't go out there. Let's keep listening. Yeah, like, again, the more we know, the more prepared we will be going into this fight.
If we don't act now, we'll miss our chance.
There's two of us here. We'll work way better. Oh god, did the Flame Emperor just do a death stare at us?
Even if someone has overheard us, there is nothing they can do. There have always been rats in the walls, and there always
Oh, he doesn't care.
will be.
Sorry, something just fell behind me.
No. The dagger.
Wait. What about the dagger?
No, never mind. couldn't possibly be
The
so.
dagger he gave away.
Professor,
Yes.
those are the ones we must destroy. They're the bastards who killed my family and Gerald. For now, let's return to the monastery and regroup. As for the Flame Emperor's dagger, I'll hold on to it for the time being.
It's so neat. It's so neat, like... And I understand Dimitri's frustrations and, like, his wanting to, like, aggressively attack these people now before, you know... Oh, wait. It's Ingrid's birthday. Oh, yeah, we're going to celebrate Ingrid's birthday. I just want to talk about this for a second. I think that whole scene was, like, you know, particularly well done. Maybe not in the composition so much, but I think, like, the actual idea of it was so well done because, you know... We could have both easily been the hotheads in that situation, but the fact that, like, they got to show, like, what influence a teacher can have on a student like Dimitri, of course I want to kill these guys that killed my father, but at the same time, being better prepared makes way more sense in this situation. But you know what? Well done, Dimitri, on finding them at least. It's Ingrid's birthday. Host a tea party. We've never had one with Ingrid. I don't exactly remember what her one is, but I guess we'll do a mint. She seems like a minty person. She seems like a bit of mint.
What a nice aroma. I really enjoy this tea.
Oh, she likes mint. I like personally can't stand minty. Can't stand it at all. I can't stand mint in general, unless it's in chewing gum, I suppose.
Quite delicious.
Quite delicious. Ingrid's the best, dude. She's so cool.
Yes.
Relaxing at the sauna, a place you like to visit. Perfect. I don't know enough. We need to build up a place you like to visit. Yeah, I don't know enough about Ingrid. I don't. Like, that's just plain and simple.
Yes.
High racing memories, potential training partners, equipment upkeep. Okay, we're learning a bit more about her with this thing here. Relaxing at the sauna, you seem well. Classes you may enjoy. Okay, so she is very astute. We know that. We do know that about her, in fairness.
I was 5 when I began.
She likes to keep things in order and pretty... Oh, we do know that she's also someone who doesn't like to overspend on things. Blush, sip tea, chat. What do I do? Blush, sip tea, or sip tea? No, I never get that right.
Thank
It's
you
so
for the
like...
treat.
I don't know.
I had such a great
I don't know.
time.
Ingrid, I had a good time too, but next time we're gonna try and build up her we're gonna try and build up her supports as well. So we got some more. He's sad. He's really sad. I want to see these things. So we have one paralog battle still this month, and we have a bunch of other quests as well. That's good to know. That's fine. We can easily do that, no problem. But then again, there's a red battle there as well, so we might do that all in one go. For now, we're gonna explore like we always explore the first bit of every month. We have a what's this? Alpha, the really good item, like really good for supports. Yeah, I've gotten like a bunch of suggestions of who to raise the supports with, and honestly, like it's a thing where like I'm kind of like definitely want to like make sure we're having a bunch more conversations. One of the things that came up like twice now has been like Marianne and Dimitri as such. But I think it's just gonna depend on like who I want to at the time to see more conversations from. Marianne and Casper is someone I definitely want to build up a bit more because we haven't had them in the group very long. They haven't gotten to talk to many people, and I think I definitely like to do that. I think we've missed out on a few as well with some students, especially as we're coming towards a time where I think that we might not be able to do it as much as we did. So let's make sure we build it up, and people did let me know as well how to do it efficiently. Of course, putting people beside in battle and dinners I think will be the most efficient way to do it. Let's talk to do while we're here.
It's a shame what happened to Gerald. I am sorry. There are no words. Leave some flowers on his grave for me.
Oh, Dudu, you beautiful, beautiful man. Look for Gerald's belongings. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the quests first, as we always do. There's only one quest though. No, there's look for Gerald's belongings, and there's a quest here as well in the Knight's Hall. The music's changed. Everything feels way more somber, and like that's the thing that like I think they're doing so well in this game. I'm just gonna stand here for a second. While we've been like killing people, right? We've been fighting bad guys. One of the most amazing things about this game and this moment to me is that I think you need to have that moment in every game like this where things seem very jolly and happy, where you need to break the mood and let people know that this world is real and shit like this happens. And while it brings down the mood, it's something that people won't often forget.
I'm so sorry.
I love it.
I never quite
I hate
know
it,
what to say
but I
to
love
you
it.
things. Just don't push yourself too hard too soon. It's okay to allow yourself to be sad right now.
losing someone dear to you. Well, each loss is unique, but it's a feeling I know very well. That said, Professor,
I'm very happy to have a student like you, Ingrid, very thoughtful. Honestly, like, in terms of pride when it comes to, like, students, like... Oh, sorry about that. What I was about to say is that what I'm very proud of Ingrid for, is that she's a person that, like, honestly, it's one of those people that, like, when they go out into the real world, you're not going to be worried about them whatsoever. Also, the little detail of her looking up to the heavens when talking about the person that she lost, really cool. Really cool.
Professor, thank you for all you've done for us.
That hurts. That breaks my heart. Oh, dude. No. No. Fuck, dude. Oh, sorry, I pressed the button by accident.
Hello.
Don't hello me. Okay, let's go up and do these quests. That hurt. That hurt a lot. That hurt a whole hell of a lot.
Do you have time for a request?
Okay, that's another one of those quests that we're gonna do, I think, on the side, is it maybe? Possibly. We won't look for Gerald's belongings right away. But actually, I do want to talk to as much students as we can this month. Because we don't know who I don't know who I'm gonna recruit next. I don't know who I have the idea of recruiting next, if I do want to recruit something else. Because I think I'm pretty content with who I have, but there's always room for more.
I brought some flowers for
She
Gerald.
came all the way out of her room over here. Oh, that's gonna make me cry too. Thank you.
That's the least I can do. Sometimes I feel like all I do is run away. Anyway, I'll go lay them out. Sorry, I'm trying.
I know. I'm very much a stranger. So strength and a bow, which I think we definitely have. Strength.
Anyway.
I'm gonna see if I have a gift for you, or a lost item, first of all. There's so many stuff I'm just gonna have to look up. Like, I think I'm just gonna have someone link me maybe like a walkthrough of this or something, because I don't like googling stuff too much in series, because then the algorithm's so weird that they'll start recommending you. I thought you were skilled about. It will start recommending you stuff like that you don't want to see. That's for it to do. Gardens is a hobby, right? Is that Ash? Is that Ash looks up to knights acutely? Okay, training the muscles, interest in art. Sugilo's dolls. Favors the bow. Do you not favor a bow? Yeah, I'm just gonna have to, like, it's just plain and simple at this point. Like, I've gone too far deep into it.
Interesting. I slipped quietly into the vault and rummaged about, looking for anything we might find useful. There is a group of people who want to kill us, after all. What? This is no time for asking permission. I learned long ago that one can ask permission or forgiveness. It is rarely useful to request the former. Still, it appears the knights have already taken everything useful. There were CREST-related objects I thought might be worth studying, so... There you go again with that stern look. Of course I'll put them back when I'm done, assuming they bear no additional use.
There is a very, very weird feeling, right? Traveling around here and doing all this stuff. Like, it's a very, very strange feeling. And I know sometimes I take a little bit too long in the monastery, but, like, I love exploring this place. I love talking to people. I love having conversations. Who's up here? Ash and Cyril. Not that many people here, which is strange, right? Someone died, and, like, a lot of people aren't finding comfort in the cathedral. And that could be very well because, you know, we've spent all this time praying in the cathedral, and still... It still didn't save our friend, you know? It still didn't save the ones we loved. Let's talk to Ash.
Not just Tomas, but Monica, too. We can't be sure who to trust anymore, can we? Who are these people, really? What do they want?
I have no earthly idea, my friend Ash. I have no earthly idea. But hopefully we'll find out soon. Okay, so do we have... Oh, you have some supports as well that we can do. Quite a few. Wow. Wow. So with Byleth, we have like a bunch of these, and they're on the map too, right? There's one on the map over here. Yeah, and yeah, so let's see. We have to do, and like Felix isn't ready. I think they're like max though, right? They're like max for now. Let's see. So there's a bunch we haven't done here as well. I think the do and Ingrid is something we're definitely want to work on more since we've done that already. Marianne and Dimitri is something that I have started working on. So obviously I did show an interest in that. Who else would you want you to work on here? I guess Ash maybe might be fun. Ash was fun, and Sylvain was fun too. Sylvain for sure. Annette. Sylvain with just about anyone is fun, but like Sylvain with Ash is fun. Sylvain with Mercedes for sure is gonna be fun. Sylvain with Dimitri I think would be fun too, and Sylvain with Mary. Yeah, that's what we said for sure. Yeah. But of course, like I want to go around and make sure we talk to him. We're gonna have dinner first before we do anything too. Who's up here from our team? Flane. Let's go talk to Flane. Why? By the way, like I'm very like impressed with you guys as well, because one of the things I was worried about was people were going to call me out for ignoring Flane a lot. But I think you guys have been playing Fire Emblem way more than I ever have, and you guys get it. Sometimes team members, you don't get to know them as quickly, and they just kind of like fall off a bit for you. And I get that, like, and I think everyone gets that. And I'm very, very grateful that you didn't call me out for that, guys. I've been worried about it, to be honest.
Now more than ever.
We're not worried about you guys calling me out. Worried about
you were able to save me. Professor, I deeply appreciate what you have done.
Flane, it's no issue whatsoever.
Thank you. If there is anything at all I can do in return, please tell me, okay?
You're a great person. I was worried more about like neglecting her too much, if that was going to be a big issue.
I've never been much for condolences.
That's usually like a normal person would be like, I've never been much for condolences, but he's just like, I've never been much for condolences. Fair play. I appreciate any game that can keep a character like in check like that. You know what I mean? Like any game that can do that. Like I feel like most writers would take that time to be like, oh, look how surprising he was. He changed his mind on how to like interact with people. But like, no, they were like, no, this is his character. You don't know him well enough. He's not on your team. Here's where he is. He still acts this way.
Professor, welcome back. We all were...
Frickin' cinnamon bun, frickin' Dimitri over here.
Minds. Know that your enemies are my enemies. I will do all I can to help you find justice. There is no one else I can... My strength is yours alone. I will fight as you command. I will kill anyone should you ask it of me.
Dimitri is a good one. There's a house bow tournament today. We could probably enter Ash into that.
I'm not even close to being strong enough.
Oh no!
I mean, Gerald was so much stronger than me, but even he... That's enough. I can't dwell on the past. There's no way to know what my future holds, but I do know one thing. Whatever happens, I have to make my own way in this world. I have to keep pushing so I can grow even stronger.
What a really cool way of like making Casper's character interact with this. This character who's always just talking about like strength and fighting, and seeing someone who he believes to be even stronger than him falling, like, has to be a jog to like your system. It has to be. Will we enter Ash into this just for the sake of it, just for fun? Man, this is such a bummer. Oh, kill Ignatz. Kill this kid. Kill this kid, Ash. If you don't kill this kid, you're not getting supper. No, I would never do that to poor why would you do that to anyone? Jesus, this is brutal.
I must steel myself.
Okay, let's heal up again. Even if we only get to the semifinals, fair enough. Like, that's fine. Restore HP. We only have 2 of these. And Bernadette is gonna kill us, dude. Like, Bernadette, like, she shouldn't, because we're a higher level, right? Higher health. I guess we're hoping for a crit. Is she gonna beat us now? I see, like, she definitely has better stats in some ways than us. Which, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Look, live and learn. Live and learn. No point reloading now. We have... in the dining hall, which we're definitely going to be going to, we have people I want to talk to, of course, Edelgard, Petra, Mercedes, Annette.
Professor,
Hey, Edelgard.
what happened to Gerald? It's terrible. If there's anything I can do, simply ask. Even if what you desire is revenge, I'll gladly lend you my power. We can't let them get away with this.
Right. Go off and kill every one of them right now. Do it right now. I dare you. Do it right now. Go and kill them all right now. Please. I beg of you, Edelgard. Use your axe. Strike them all down. Every one of them. Do it, Edelgard. Okay, who are we saying as well? We wanted Marianne and... well, no, we should probably do support. We'll do supports first. We'll do supports first. Because then, like, we can know who we have to deal with and where everyone's at as well. I think that's a good idea. Hey, Petra.
Professor, please lend us your ears. Ferdinand is saying impossible things.
I do not see what is impossible about it. All I said was that if you want to go back to Brigid, you probably can. You are the Empire's guest, so to speak. They cannot afford for something bad to happen to you. There would be a diplomatic incident. Someone close to us has turned up dead. So one could argue that you are not safe here anymore.
I am not returning to home until I have grabbed my goal. I will not be listening to the words of Ferdinand.
No, look, I did not mean to.
Her English is getting miles better. Like, it wasn't terrible before, but she's getting even better at her English, which I'm so impressed with her. Well done. This is such just a different feeling. It feels bad. Like, it feels bad, but like, I love exploring this place, but this feels
Glad you're okay,
way different.
Professor. I was so worried.
Oh, Professor, you must be starving.
Oh.
Mercy and I made some sweets for you. We were thinking that if you were to eat something sweet, it might help you feel better.
Thank you for the thought.
Baking sweets is my specialty. I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Yeah. So we have some people in other places here. We talked to Dedu. Over here at the Officers Academy, of course, Sylvain, Felix, Claude, Marianne. All people we want to talk to. All people we need to talk to. I always make it an obligation to do that, though. I always make it an obligation. You guys okay?
Dark expressions don't suit you, Professor. But well, I'm glad to see you out in the world again.
My boy Sylvain.
It seems this month will be a quiet one around here. There aren't many knights around to liven things up.
Most of the knights are gone, seeking out the enemy.
Isn't that a bit much? I agree it's important, but is it a good idea to neglect the safety of the monastery?
What do you think, Professor?
It'd be a shame if we were invaded. You're worrying too much.
I agree. We can
I
send
get.
some knights after our enemies, but so many? It makes the church
You always
seem
need a defense here as well. You always need a defense here as well. I'm sorry, Sylvain. But then again, I usually do agree with Felix a lot at times too, so... not in everything, of course. Lorenz? Why are you still in here? This is not your class. I guess she's with her friends. Like, why am I being an arsehole?
There's not much else I can do.
Thanks, Marianne. Me being a really big mean person to poor Marianne. She probably just wants to hang out with her friends, especially in this, like, troubling time. Okay. We didn't get to talk to Claude, so we should do that. Is Claude not in here? Usually be in here. He's probably out on the pitch. Out on the grass. Maybe? He's right there. No? Oh, he's hiding.
I haven't lost a parent yet, so I can't even begin to understand how you must be feeling. But even while you're standing still, the world keeps on moving. I always find that oddly comforting.
While, like, I feel like, I think we were talking about this in the comment section as well, that Dimitri definitely had the right things to say. Like, that felt very comforting too. That felt extremely comforting coming from Claude there. I think we've talked to, like, mostly everybody we'd like to talk to for now. Right now I'm gonna head back over here so we can see what this speech bubble is about. Lindhard is... Oh, yes, for sure.
Well, hello, Professor. You came all the way to my room to... Oh.
He's like, I told you, he's like a lazy cat.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
I won't do this again. Don't miss lectures.
It's rare for a nice professor like you to be so strict. Please, Professor, you must understand how difficult it is for me to fight the demon of drowsiness.
It is a big demon.
Just talking about it makes me sleepy.
A trip to town might help your mood. You're not motivated enough. Let's wake you up with a bit of training then. Maybe, like, let's do that. Why not?
Sounds more than a little exhausting.
Yeah.
I think I'll stay in. I must compliment you, though. By this point in most conversations, I'm bored senseless. But I'm enjoying this. I wonder why. What is it about you that fascinates me so? You're definitely a strange one.
Maybe so.
In truth, your very nature is odd. You're definitely not a commoner, but you don't seem like a noble either. You're something else. And yet you can wield one of the hero's relics. You're like a hero in some silly legend. Or you could be a villain who came here to enact some evil plot. That wouldn't surprise me either.
I have a soft spot, by the way, guys, for lazy characters. Like, especially when, like, I don't know, they have a really cool design in too. He just reminds you so much of a cat. Is that what you think?
Hey, Professor, will you ever allow me to investigate that crest?
So he's into crest. We should definitely give him the crest items.
I'm sure I could find out all sorts of things about your crest. And you. Of course, I'm not as experienced with such research as Professor Hanneman, but I do what I can. Someday, I think I might like to become a crest scholar. You never know.
I support you.
Oh, don't trouble yourself. I didn't mean now. I've got a lot of other research I'm working on at the moment. I tend to start a project, get bored, and then leave it be. I might be ready to investigate your crest soon. I'd have to tidy up a bit first.
Oh yeah, you see all the everything's on the ground, like...
Good night, Professor.
You sleep standing up? I mean, fair play to you, I could never do it. Okay. That's awesome. I did interact with him a few times, I think, and give him a bunch of stuff a few times. I love that character. I love his design. I love the way he interacts with people. It's actually really fun. Okay, let's do some more supports. First of all, we have Dedue and Sylvain, which is going to be a support of class B now, which I think is the highest ranking go before the time skip.
Delicious. I can't believe I made it.
Yes, you do have some talent.
Some talent.
What's the matter? Have I got something on my face?
Sylvain is always like an inch off being the MVP
Recently,
every single
I've heard rumors
fight.
about you.
Oh yeah?
Every single battle.
Which ones? Is it that I'm terrible to girls? Or the rumor where I bring terrible misfortune to the girls I date? I don't, by the way, in case you're about to ask.
I've heard those rumors too, so...
I've also heard about how I'm total trash and everyone should avoid me. That might be my favorite.
That's not true.
Well, you don't lack for self-awareness.
The way I figure it, if I can't be respected, I can at least be well informed.
Why do they go like, hey, let's give Sylvain every single right thing to say after he says things wrong?
That's a bit harsh.
I already knew your reputation concerning women, but these new rumors deprive you of all redemption.
What?
I did try to correct them, but I doubt I was believed.
Well, thank you all the same.
The dude's just a good guy.
You don't need to worry what people think about me. As you well know, it's not easy to correct misunderstandings or change people's minds. And if I'm going to behave so badly, it seems misunderstandings are inevitable.
I could not be silent. You saw me as a person,
Oh,
rather than merely as someone.
Of course he did.
I want you to be seen as a person too.
I appreciate that, Dedue. You think the world will ever see us that way?
Maybe.
I can't tell if you're joking or not, but I like it.
Then we will get along.
Ah! That's so sweet. Like, and by the way, the persecution is clearly different, right? But Dedue is such a good person. that like he sees Sylvain's problems of people seeing him in a different way, similar to his own, because he believes, I think, in a way that, you know, I think he genuinely believes that he deserves a lot of the hate he gets because of his people. But he believes that Sylvain doesn't deserve the hate he gets. Which, like, I think with Sylvain it can be argued, right? It can be argued, does he deserve some of the reputation he's got? I mean, he doesn't do anything to, like, not on a distant level. Like, he doesn't do anything from afar that people don't talk to, you know, from people that don't talk to him, to give, like, a different impression that he is different from the rumors about him. We know from talking to him personally that he is quite different than what he appears to be. And that's one of the coolest things about Sylvain's character. Let's talk to Ingrid then. We're going to get a Class B with Ingrid, which is great too.
Are you injured?
I'm actually excited to see this because I want to see where this is going.
You do. Saving the day again?
Apologies.
I'm the one who owes you an apology. You've saved my life how many times now? If I keep being so callous, I'll seem ungrateful.
No matter.
But
I'm accustomed to it.
I'm sorry to do.
Why?
Just because you're accustomed to it doesn't make it right.
Because the way I speak to you is unnecessarily harsh. The truth of it is, I lost someone very dear to me in
Right.
Dusker. The punishment came swift to your people, and when I heard of the slaughters, well, I thought it was a punishment well earned. I thought the people cruel and heartless, deserving of the tragedy that ultimately befell them. But you're different. You seem nothing like the people of whom I speak. So why not speak back against how I and so many others feel? Why not question this unfair prejudice and tell me I haven't the right to hold a grudge against you? If you just speak to me, if you tell me the truth about all of this.
I do not know the truth of it myself. His Highness says the tragedy was not the fault of my people. But just like anywhere, there were many different people in Dusker. Some very good, and others very bad. It is not unimaginable that some may have conspired to take part in that wickedness. Perhaps we are merely victims. Or perhaps we are regicidal monsters.
Whatever the truth of it is, you are not to blame. The people I hate are the ones who were responsible for that whole mess. You just got caught up in all of it.
Ingrid.
You've rushed to my side. You've saved me countless times. I am sorry for how I've treated you. Truly.
If you think of me as your ally, that will suffice. For me, that is enough.
That was actually really, like, interesting to watch, but, like, I knew it was going to be. I knew it was going to be that. I think that they put that character trait on Ingrid that she was judging to do beforehand, or, like, at least using her past feelings to judge to do. But it's really cool that she's also trying to do the same thing Sylvain's doing, trying to do the same thing Dimitri's doing, trying to do the same thing that Ash is doing. It feels like this whole team is trying to support to do as much as they can. It's actually kind of beautiful in a lot of ways. I don't know. It's really cool to me. It's really, really cool to me. I like it. It makes the bond between all of these characters mean a lot to me too. Ash and Felix, everybody.
Why, Lenato? Oh, hey, Felix.
Okay, sorry, I was just seeing if it was still recording. Sorry.
I suppose your thoughts are still with Lord Lenato.
I'm fine. I'm just frustrated by how little I was able to do. I know he was trying to protect me, but Lenato never really told me anything. In the end, I don't think I understood his feelings at all. You said it yourself. Be more moderate in your passions. To me, he always seemed like a knight out of a story. And I was so caught up in my ideals.
This makes it, we've heard about this from him before as well.
His hatred, even when they were right in front of me. I guess I'm pretty far from real knighthood, huh?
Perhaps. Yet knowing someone well does not mean you know how they feel, whether family or friend. To know someone's sorrow and turn blindly from it, that is the act of a fool. But pursuing your ideals is not foolish.
Felix.
But before,
Felix.
you said...
I said to be moderate in your passions, not to abandon your ideals. It's okay to be who you are.
Thank you. Hearing you say that means a lot.
From Felix especially.
I almost forgot. You lent me this.
Oh,
the book.
I lent you. I'm guessing you hated it?
Actually, I already knew the story. My brother used to read it to me all the time.
Oh.
Must have dug up some old feelings then.
I suppose.
That's just what I'd expect the knight in the story to say. It's not just the way you talk either. It's who you are as a person, deep down.
Well, I think you're like the squire in the book. He's only half a knight, but he's bold and gregarious.
He does have very squire vibe though, doesn't he, Ash?
Don't stop being that half knight, okay?
You got it.
This is amazing. This is
I'll
gorgeous.
become the kind of knight only I can be.
That makes me feel so happy. Especially when it comes from Felix, a person who, like, you know, is very, like for sure very strong in his, like, own convictions, but is willing to change as well, which, you know, to me, that's the sign of an unbelievably good person. So we have this, and does she have anyone else? We have Dimitri as well. That was awesome.
Marianne?
Oh, Dimitri.
Oh, I'm sorry for disturbing your prayer.
There's no need to apologize. I just finished.
I see. What were you praying for?
I was simply asking the goddess for forgiveness.
Forgiveness? For what?
I put our soldiers in danger during the recent battle.
What matters is that they came back safely in the end. You shouldn't blame yourself for that.
It's true, but you were injured when you came to our aid.
That? It was just a scratch. A small price to pay for your safety.
Why is
But
Dimitri such a dad?
I
A
would
good
never
dad.
regret helping an ally, even if it meant losing my own life.
no, that's wrong.
How so?
It's just all wrong. You have my thanks for helping in the battle, Dimitri. But I'm afraid I have to ask that you keep your distance from me.
Is that so?
Yes.
Forgive me, but I will be there for you. Whether you want me to or not.
And then the walk away. Usually I'm more in favor of, like, listening to what people's wishes are, right? When it comes to, like, hey, stay away from me, or, like, I don't think we should talk anymore. 100%. But I think in this case, she wants, like, she doesn't want people to talk to her, but I feel like she definitely needs someone. And to have Dimitri there for her, or anyone else in the group as well, it's not going to be a terrible thing. So we can go up now to Class B with her. We're going up to... Or is it Class A? Maybe I'm reading this all wrong, but let's do Mercedes here as well. Yeah, Marianne's one of the most intriguing characters.
I'm sorry to ask this of you, but will you lend me a hand?
What can I do for you? Oh, is the cuff of your overcoat still torn? Mending that shouldn't be a problem at all.
It's pathetic, I know, but I fear my sewing skills are... Well, as you can see, they're just about non-existent.
Goodness, you must have been concerned when I tore your cuff.
Ah, well... That is to say... Would you please teach me to sew? I hear you're rather amazing at it.
Of course I'll teach you. Don't look so heartbroken.
You will? Thank you. Oh, I owe you for this.
I'll go get my sewing kit. You wait here. I'm so sorry, Dimitri. I've never seen, well, it's just a bit...
No need to dance around the issue. You're fed up with my clumsy efforts, aren't you?
I thought you might end up bending some needles if you tried mending this on your own, but How did you manage to break a pair of scissors?
I'm just...
Yeah, it is a bit difficult.
I'm so sorry, really. I try to be careful, but with delicate work like this, I just can't seem to manage.
There's no need to apologize. But you must have been uncomfortable making your way here with this tear.
My inability to control my own strength is humiliating. Of course I'm useless at needlework.
No giving up on yourself. You just have to practice, that's all. No matter how difficult something is, if you keep at it and don't give up, then you're sure to improve. Isn't that what you told me?
Right you are. To give in to despair isn't like me. Thank you for the reminder. Okay, I'm ready to give it another go.
Great! I'm glad to hear it. First things first, let's make sure the needle is actually threaded this time.
No! I bent another one.
Dimitri. Is that it? That's so fun. But like I think like you guys told me about that at the beginning, that like Mercedes is kind of like an older sister character to all these kids in this group. And like I don't want to call Dimitri a kid, but it does definitely feel that way in a lot of ways, right? I don't know. That's a little sweet little interaction.
Your Highness, I have a little favor to ask of you.
Of course. How may I be of assistance?
Well, I was hoping you could tell me about my father. I imagine he was a very different man at home than he was at work.
Ah, so you wish to hear about the Gustav that I knew. As you know, he was a knight who served the royal family since my grandfather's reign. To me, he was a teacher of martial arts and tactics. He was someone I depended on since I was a small child. But he was also a very stern and strict instructor.
That doesn't surprise me. He was much the same at home. He'd chide us if we made mistakes, whether it was with cooking or even how we spoke.
Is that so? Funny. I suppose in front of his family he felt the need to demonstrate proper etiquette.
Wait, are you saying that's not how he was around you?
Even all these years later, there's something I recall with perfect clarity. It happened in the autumn of my 11th year. Before the break of dawn, he woke me suddenly. Said he'd heard a disturbance and had me grab my bow. Then he set me and a fellow pupil loose on a dark mountain. Our only directive was to go catch a deer.
Jesus.
As you well know, autumn in the capital is very cold. Now, imagine being up on the mountain at night with no idea what might jump out from the shadows. That, in a nutshell, is the Gustav I knew.
I can hardly imagine that. He was completely different with me.
I recall one other defining detail. He used to speak of you at every possible opportunity.
Really? What would he say about me?
Are you sure you want to know? There's one story he used
Oh yeah,
to tell.
like get out of here, Nat. Get out of here. Get out of here.
No, stop.
Whenever someone mentions you as a child, run.
Is it?
Perhaps.
Look, I'll promise to forget the stories he told me about you if you return the favor.
Oh, the story? No, no, don't. Please don't.
Yes, that seems the only
No,
thing to
don't.
do.
Tell us.
It's a promise.
Tell us the stories about baby Dimitri. Yeah, like there's like a few like really serious ones, of course. Oh no. We have a Sylvain and Mercedes one and a Sylvain and Felix one as well. Let's do the Mercedes one because I think that the Felix one is probably going to be the more serious of the two. But then again, it might not be. Mercedes has been very cool with Sylvain.
Hello, Sylvain. What a treat to see you here. I thought you preferred places with more ladies around.
Getting straight to the point is Mercedes.
You're here. And I don't care about other girls.
Oh, come now. I'm sure you use that line all the time.
Actually, I've only said it to girls who thought I was lying about being faithful.
No.
You know what?
No.
There's no reason to get into all
No.
that. The truth is, I would really like to spend some time
This is
with
really
you.
sweet though. I love
What do you
this.
say to that?
Well, if you were really interested in me, I would want you to get to know me better.
I agree. I've been such an idiot in the
So this
past,
is like-
always angling for the seduction. I've forgotten how to just talk to someone.
You act like you're full of regret, but I know you don't really mean it. Still, I'm glad to hear you say
He's
that
being
at
very open.
least.
Is he courting her
I told you
very
such a
openly and
boring
honestly
story the
here?
Last time we spoke, I was worried you might think I was a dull person.
Dull? No. I was worried that I'd made you remember unhappy times. It's horrible what you had to go through. It's not like anyone chooses to be born with a crest.
Right. We can't choose our bloodline. You've got a crest too, haven't you, Sylvain? What has your experience been like?
Are you asking how being born with a crest affected me?
Yes. I know there was that business with your brother Miklon, but I'm sure you don't want to talk about all that.
It's not a very happy story.
Please don't feel the need to hold back on my account. I'm here if you need someone to share in your pain.
Would you want to know more about me, even if I didn't have a crest, or come from a noble family?
This weighs on his mind more than he says, by the way.
Crest or family. I'm just asking as your friend. How should I put this?
Oh.
When I look at you, I don't see a crest. I want to see the real you.
You do? Here's the short version. I hate crests.
Yep.
Even though having one is supposed to be such a great blessing, mine has ruined everything. Miklon was heir to our house. Then I was born, and I became the heir because I had a crest.
That's
that
so
made my older
fucking
brother jealous
rough.
enough to want to kill me. And every woman in Fodlan wants to have my little crest baby, so they can join the nobility. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's like to have a crest.
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up such awful things.
No, I should keep my temper better. I don't want you to see me act that way.
Don't say that. I'm glad we were able to talk. I feel like I'm finally seeing the real you. Oh, Sylvain, will you save me from the curse of having
Whoa, hold on a second,
course.
Mercedes.
I think I love you, and I mean that with all my heart. I love you, Mercedes.
Oh, he's joking. Oh my god, no, I thought it was real.
Sure.
You said, when he said crest baby, I read the whole thing and I was like, crest babies. And I was like, wait, is he serious? I was like, no, he's joking. Why not? I think Mercedes is a perfect, like, counterbalance to Sylvain's personality in a lot of ways. And maybe even like a perfect, like, wall. And I mean wall in a good way. I think a lot of times with Sylvain, when he's with girls, he's obviously like just, you know, he believes that obviously he's being used. So he's like trying to, like, I guess, live his life in this certain way where he is like, let's be honest, like, we've seen him use people. We've seen him do this. Obviously that's not his whole personality. But I think Mercedes is a person that, like, you can't use, right? You can't. Because, like, you could go up to her and be like, hey, Mercedes, you know, can I borrow €5? She's like, sure, take it. Anything to help a friend. You can't use a person who is always trying to help you, right? Because they're just going to be helping you anyway. I don't know. Obviously, there's use in different connotations as well, guys. Obviously, there's Sylvain is a very big into women. But that was very sweet seeing them at the end bond over something such as crest babies. That's really sweet. I love it. Let's go to Felix.
Sylvain, I want to apologize for the other day.
Felix, like, this is why I said on Twitter, he is my favorite character so far, is Felix.
Is this a trap?
You know, when I called you insatiable.
Oh, that? Can't say it didn't hurt, but you have nothing to apologize for. I mean, you've said worse, Felix. Considerably worse. Come on, we've known each other since we were kids. We're not gonna let your constant verbal abuse get in the way of our friendship, are we?
No, I suppose not.
Whenever I started doing something dumb, you'd yell at me about it.
And whenever you dragged me into something, Ingrid would find out and start lecturing us.
All these years and not much has changed, has it? But you're different, Felix. You used to be so, I don't know, carefree when we were young. Now you're the exact opposite.
Well, you're not any different. Good for nothing then, good for
Jesus
nothing
Christ!
Again with the abuse. This from the
But I guess
guy
he's
who's
used to
always
it at this
been by that
point.
good for nothing side. So, did you come to apologize or to insult me?
Both.
I was on my way to train and I saw you. That's all.
You're off to train again? Now who's insatiable?
Better than sitting idle like you.
A little idleness would do you some good, pal. Come on, let me buy you something to eat.
No.
No, full stop.
You have to choose, Felix. Our friendship?
No,
or
it's
your
Sylvain.
training?
My training.
No!
Goodbye for now.
What did... Is he... Wait, Felix, I'll come train too.
He loves
Wait up.
Felix. He loves Felix too. That's a really sweet relationship. That's really cool. That was really fun. Look at all these like supports. We are like working. Also, if we're looking at this, then we're looking. I want to definitely raise Felix's one. Mercedes for sure. So Sylvain and Felix, Sylvain and Mercedes. That's what I'm working on right now. Marianne, we're close with. We're already raised up with Dimitri, and Ash is gonna be a fun one. Sylvain's a fun one. So we're gonna be working on these three as well. Sylvain first though. Sylvain first easily is gonna be Sylvain first. So Sylvain and Felix is one I'm very interested in now. Sylvain and Mercedes even more interested in. So Sylvain and Mercedes first, then Sylvain and Marianne, then Sylvain and Felix, even though like they're all very interesting, that's the order. Ash, when we comes to, well, we'll realize this when we go for dinner, because that's one of the main ways we can like get people to start talking to each other.
Professor?
That was a whole load of stories, guys. That was a whole load of little side quests. So if we're looking at this now, Felix and Marianne, Sylvain and Mercedes is the one I want to do the most. So let's look for a Sylvain and Mercedes one. No offense to the other two, I definitely want to learn more about them, but there's a Mercedes one. We need one with Sylvain and Mercedes together. Sylvain, you around? There's one. So Sylvain and Mercedes, because like I love that little interaction between the two of them. I definitely want to see it go further. But that's the same for
you just get it, Professor.
with Felix and oh man, this is gonna be tough. Sylvain's just such an interesting character, and he's such a great opposite for people as well. Then if we're looking at other supports here, let's look at the do. Felix is we can't raise it until we do a paralog battle. I'm assuming, or something like that. Ingrid is one we've raised the most. So let's see if we can find a Dedue and Ingrid one. Right there. I spend so much time exploring these monasteries, guys, and doing this. Like, you know, but it's just one of my favorite things to do. It really is. Then if you look at supports then for Ash. Ash and Dedue. Ash and Dedue is a fun one. Ash and Annette is another fun one. We've had a lot of fun with Ash with a lot of this stuff. It'll take some time. Ash and Caspar. Ash and Caspar looks like a really fun one. I kind of want to do that too. Them two are really funny together. So Ash and Caspar and Ash and Annette. Let's do Ash and Caspar. Or maybe they're in today's special, Ash and Caspar. No, they are not. I don't think they are. No, they're not. Is any meal? Yeah, there they are. Vegetable pasta. Oh, that sounds so good. That sounds really good.
Caspar? Don't worry about me.
Oh,
I've
they're
got a
looking.
stomach of steel. Professor knows what I'm talking
He's so
about.
worried about him. That's great. They're so funny together. They're so funny together. We have 3 more as well that we can do. We're definitely gonna be spending it doing dinner now. Dimitri. We had Ingrid eat at dinner already, though, didn't we? Marianne and. Well, we haven't really built. Oh, Marianne and Ash as well, and Marianne and Dimitri. I'm like, again, I want to do both. But for now, it's Marianne and Ash. But then Ash is already done, so we'll do Marianne and Dimitri then. Right? If we can get... Are they in today's special? Marianne. No, just below. Just below. Dimitri. Marianne and Dimitri. Paging. Maybe they're not even... Oh, there they are. It won't boost it a lot, but it will be something. If we could, yeah, because we already did Ash. I'm gonna actually write down the ones I wanna. I'm gonna write them down for future reference if I can, if I remember to do that, guys. Look at supports again. Who didn't go for anything? So Felix, Sylvain. Right, but we already went for Sylvain. If not Sylvain, and Dimitri already went as well. If not Sylvain, then it would be, I guess Ingrid. Let's see what we can do here. Felix and Hold on a second for a second there now. Full menu. So we have Annette. So Annette and Felix. I think we'll go for Annette and Felix for now. And after that, I think we kind of like let almost everybody eat. So I think we're just gonna go with whoever we have next or whatever. Because who hasn't? Oh, there's more supports as well to do in Felix and Annette. Oh, great. We'll actually do that at the start of the next one. I think that's what we're gonna do, because we've done so much supports today that I feel like I don't want to dilute them by adding just another one. I think pretty much not everyone has et. Has SYLVAIN et yet? SYLVAIN has it eaten, yes. Let's do some cooking like we always like to do. Yeah, let's do this.
I enjoy
This episode's gonna be so long, guys, but honestly. She's so happy. The last time she nearly burnt the place down. That was her, wasn't it? If I remember correctly. And then, of course, we have Gerald's stuff. That's not his stuff, though. Wait, is Salthus here, too?
Oh, is something hiding just behind that book?
It's a ring.
That ring. I have seen it before. Ah, I know. Gerald showed that.
Oh, he
ring
said,
to me
yeah,
inside
we
a
remember
ring.
this, yeah.
Do you recall? He said he wished for you to have that ring one day. That means it's yours. He also said that you should gift that ring to someone special.
And that's pretty much that. It's good that we found that, though, so we can give that to someone special. Instruct manually, of course, always. I think the group tasks are fine. I still want to do more on their authority, for now. Maybe not, actually. I think C is actually not too bad, but, like, people who have very low authority. For now. Just because I know their stats are gonna be raised, no problem, right? We're gonna raise Ash's bow stats, no problem. He's gonna be fine. But getting him some battalions is also good too. SYLVAIN as well. I keep having to hold like the keep instruction button, like just to get this up here. Very close for them getting up as well. D plus E, yes, we want her to get up as well for sure. There's actually a few cool Pegasus Knight battalions that can be added to her battalion. And then Casper as well with an E plus. We could get him up to a D if we could. We could also change their goals to be authority just for now, but like I think their goals are gonna level up normally anyway, right? Especially now that they're so high with their levels, it doesn't make much sense to like change them now, because the goal, that's what's gonna level them up bit by bit. Especially since so many people are on Bs now as well.
I think.
One more. So again, we're not giving him any of those. Annette? And that should really do it. That should do what we at least what we want to do for this week.
I'd like to ask you something.
Oh really? You know I'm terrible at this. Art has never been my forte. Even when I apply myself on sketch a ton, I don't seem to improve much. I can envision an image so perfectly in my head, but turning it into something physical that feels good about it eludes me. Don't worry too much about the result. Just keep practicing. Your imperfections in art piece add to the charm.
Really?
That's why. Okay, that's why I feel like my favorite art that I ever see online. You're on Sword and Faith, and I didn't even know that? Yeah, sure. Marianne, thank you. Thank you for making me a better teacher there. Guys, that's going to do it for this video now. In the next one, we're going to come back and hopefully get some more fun stuff done. I say fun, but like... Honestly, I don't know what's... Like, I don't really remember what's coming. I'm kind of terrified. Everyone leveled up a tiny bit there as well. That's good. Yeah, we'll do this to end the video. Honestly, I don't mind the videos being too long because right now we are in a lockdown. I have all the time in the world. I'm not in work right now. Well done, Dedu. Well done, Mercedes. It's Rhea's birthday. I'm not being You're not creeping me out like last time. That was creepy, Rhea. Still the sad face. Yeah, we're gonna be doing... What I'm gonna do is basically... I'm gonna start doing some of these side quests, and then we're gonna do the paralog battle next time to start it off. I think that's the best thing we can do. I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.